This conference will now be recorded.
All right. So welcome everyone for this business intelligence using Power BI English version of sessions. So there will be two sessions, day one and day two. In day one, I'll be talking about the Power BI and its components, and also about the DAX functions, Power Query editors, and the layouts, the connections, and things like that. So before that, I'll just give a brief introduction about our institute and the trainer, and then we'll jump onto the topics. So ITAS was started in June 2nd, 2012, with a set of professionals who had a very good experience in analytics and reportings. So we started in June 2nd, 2012, and it's been 9 years, and we are running successfully with training many corporates and individuals, the college students, and many things like that. So I have already shared this PPT in the Telegram, so you can just go through everything. So I'll not go and read everything here. All right, then why ITS? We actually conduct trainings completely practically, and we are having more than 15 years of experience with exclusively on this analytics and reportings. And people who are joining our institute, the advantage is we actually give them completely repeated classes where they can attend any number of classes, and all the examples what we're actually doing is completely based on the industrial needs. And we have done a lot of trainings for corporates globally. Many trainings have been done overseas as well, and we have trained a lot of students as well, the college students, or it can be professionals and things like that. So corporate trainings also is one of our major things, and we have done a lot of placements as well. But the placements is not like we have got the job, but we have given a lot of skill sets and made them understand about the topic so that they can get job easily. Okay, all right. So courses what we offer is completely on whatever we have this analytics and reportings we'll be covering. So this slide is also there in that PPT which I've shared. So you can go through this. So complete analytics and reportings, whatever is there, we are trying to teach you guys. And this will be completely practicals what we are teaching, 100% practicals, industrial oriented, and people who are joining our institute, they can attend any number of batches. There is no restrictions in the number of batches as well. Okay. About the trainer, I am Adi Puttaswamy, who is the founder of this ITAS. So I have worked in various companies in completely on this analytics and reportings. So you can see that I worked in SD Software, then Farmark Analytics Solutions, Mu Sigma Business Solutions, then IMS Healthcare. Now it is actually called as IQVIA, which is merged with the Quintiles. So I have good specialized technology in interactive and dynamic dashboards, tools developments, automations, then business intelligence dashboards, so things like that. So these are my technical skills where I have worked extensively on all these technologies from last 15 years. Okay, fine. So these are our clients. So where we have done a lot of corporate trainings, and we have given a lot of project support, process optimizations for these companies. It is like in India, pan India, or overseas as well. And we have a very good ratings of corporate trainings, and even the project what we have done has got a very good ratings as well. And we have done for many top MNC companies also. Okay, so this is our introduction, and I don't want to take much time about us. So if you think that you want to know more about in detail, you can go through those slides, because I don't want to spend much time on talking about us only, because I want to give you more knowledge. That is what our intention always. The ITAS intention is to share knowledge rather than just sharing about us and boosting ourselves. So you guys, most of you actually know us, but people who have coming the first time, so please go through those slides and you will know about us. Okay, fine. So what I'll do is I'll straight away jump to the topic now, and we can discuss a lot of things, and you'll get a lot of information about it. Though I might not be able to give you a complete picture, a complete understanding of the technology, but I'll be teaching you. I'll try to give you more knowledge on how actually you can learn by yourself as well. All right. First thing is, before learning this Power BI, what actually we should do is we should understand about the foundation. That is, what is business analytics and data analytics. Most of them actually I've seen they directly jump to business intelligence, thinking that okay, let's learn this Power BI, which is very the technology where we can learn and we can get the job. But always make sure that you will learn something uh, which you should also be strong in the background. So what I'll do is I'll just give some overview of what is business analytics and data analytics, and then we will come to this business intelligence and Power BI. Okay, fine. Right. So first, let's understand what is this business analytics is. So business analytics is actually the combination of the skills, technologies, and some organizational data which will help us in getting some insights. That is, we will take a lot of raw data and we'll try to understand and get some insights out of it, which will help us in gaining more business. That is, understanding the problems or issues with that, what we are doing in the previous year, or it can be in the previous data. Okay. The goal of business analytics is to narrow down which data sets are useful and which can increase the revenue, productivity, and efficiency. As I told you, this is very much important for any business to understand the previous data and then go on with the future business as well. The next, the process. So how this actually the business process will work. So here, what will happen is the most thing is first understanding. Okay. So here, first we should understand the business needs. Then after that, we'll have to collect the data depending on that. Then we have to analyze that data. So what I'm telling now is about the complete from beginning how this the process will happen in the companies. That is to analyze the data and convert that into reports. Then we'll do some analysis. Then we'll get the best solution. But here what we are trying to do is here we need the technology. So that technology is what we'll be learning today. And then you have to make a decision, and this goes on with the business analytics process. So I'm not going deep dive into these things as I mentioned. So I'll be just giving you the understanding of these topics. Okay. Next comes the data analytics. So business analytics is completely on how to understand the business and how to improve your business. But when it comes to data analytics, this is where lot many things will happen. Say data analytics means it is process of exploring and analyzing large data sets. What does this mean? We have a large data set. Now we have to clean that. We have to understand that. We have to analyze that data. So for that, we need some technology. So you should have some understanding on the data. When I say process of exploring and analyzing large data sets, there'll be a lot of data which will be there in different technologies. It can be in SQL Server, it can be in Excel, it can be in CSV files. There'll be a lot of data set where we have to take that and do the analysis. So for that, we need some specialized tools, say focusing on extracting insights from raw data using specialized tools or softwares. That is to analyze that, analyze the data, we need to have some special tools. So it helps in improving the speed and efficiency of your business. That is, when I have a huge data, so what will happen? We cannot go and keep filtering the data. We cannot process the data so easily. For that, we need to have some technology which will help us in doing all these things. So that technology is what we'll be studying now. Next is business intelligence. So we just saw, not completely, but understood about business analytics and data analytics. Data analytics means we are trying to take the raw data or understand the data. So now what we're trying to do is we are trying to understand the business intelligence. So this business intelligence is actually a part of the business analytics. So what is business intelligence is what you have to understand completely, so that all the business intelligence tools what you're trying to learn will become very easy. First, let's understand what is business intelligence. Business intelligence means it is a set of process, architectures, technologies or tools that convert raw data into meaningful, presentable reports or information. That means when I'm actually getting some data, it's not that just like that I can create the reports. There are some process what has to undergo. We need to have some architectures. That is how the data has to come, how it has to be cleaned, and how it has to be processed. For that, we need some technologies which will convert your data, the raw data, unstructured data, into meaningful, presentable reports or information. So this is business intelligence. It combines business analytics, data mining. Data mining means getting the data, fetching the data, Data visualization, where I'll be creating some charts, reports, tables, and data tools and infrastructure and best practice to help organization to make more data driven decisions. That is, by getting the raw data, how can I actually make it into presentable reports is what intelligence, that is business intelligence means. All right. It is a process to transform data into actionable intelligence and knowledge. That is converting of your raw data. The next we'll see business intelligence process. The business intelligence are actually used for data mining, reporting, performance metrics, descriptive analytics, querying, statistical analysis, data visualization, visual analysis, and data preparation. So this is what actually you'll be doing in the business intelligence. This is the process. This is the task what we can actually do in BI. Right. Next, why should we use business intelligence? Business intelligence actually helps companies make better decisions. That is, we are cleaning the data and we are giving it to the clients or say users so that they don't have to go and keep on filtering or cleaning the data. So it is used to make better decisions by showing present and historical data with their business context. So I told you, the business analytics means it is about studying of the data, that is, and convert that into a good business insights. So for that, we need some technology from understanding, that is business intelligence. So what all things we can do? That is identify ways to increase profit, analyze customer behavior, compare data with competitors, track performance, optimize operations, predict success, spot market trends, discover issues and problems. So likewise, right. Next is business intelligence tools. So this is what most of them are actually interested. So whatever I told till now was like just a theory or understanding of the business intelligence, business analytics or data analytics. But to work on that, to clean that data, to make that process successful, there are some tools. Okay. So what are these tools? These tools are nothing but they are the softwares which will help to get the data and convert that into presentable reports, what we just saw in business intelligence. Business intelligence is the process of collecting the data and converting that into presentable reports, but there should be some softwares which does that. That is what business intelligence will do. The business intelligence software, the tools will do. Here you can see that they include key features, that is data visualization. So what is data visualization? That is the charts or reports, whatever we do. Visual analytics, interactive dashboards and KPI scoreboards. They enable user to utilize automated reporting and predictive analytics features based on the self-service. That means if we take Excel, we cannot call Excel as directly as a BI because that also create reports. But there we have to do a lot of manual things. But if you take this business intelligence tools, they have the capacity of taking the data and then doing some analysis by their own and then give the results, the required results or more expected results. So for that we use this business intelligence tools. So what are the different BI tools we have in the industry? So many of them actually knows that Tableau, Power BI or say ClickView, only these things, but there are hundreds of BI tools which have listed down the main business intelligence tools which are used in the industry. Say Power BI, Tableau, ClickView, DataPine, Clear Analytics, Domo, then Metric Insights, Zoho Analytics. Then we have MicroStrategy, which was widely used, IBM, Cognos Analytics, Yellowfin, then SAP, Pentaho, then Tibco. So these are some of the major BI tools which are actually used in the industry. But many of them actually are going to this Power BI and Tableau as well. But since we are talking about this Power BI, I'll tell you why majorly people are using this Power BI tools for creating the BI reports. Okay. So before going to the next slide, I'll just tell you Power BI is a very simple, very easy to understand tool. Why I'm telling this is people who are extensively working in Excel, Power BI will become more easy for them because it is just another extension of Excel. I'm not telling it is advanced Excel. Many of them actually get confused thinking that Power BI is advanced Excel. No, please do not get confused. Power BI is like extension of Excel, but lot many things can be done in Power BI compared to Excel. Now let's see few slides and then we'll go to the practicals. All right. So Power BI is actually a business analytics service by Microsoft. That is, it's a software or a tool from Microsoft. And many of you know that if any product is from Microsoft, it is very easy to understand because we use business, say MS Office in Microsoft, which is very similar to that. This Power BI is also, used. Okay. It actually provides the interactive visualizations, then BI capabilities, which is very easy to understand and create the reports. And it is part of Microsoft Power Platform as well. All right. Next is it provides some cloud-based reports, which is also called as Power BI service. I'll be showing that also, the Power BI services. Then we have some components. I'll just quickly walk through this. So we have different components in Power BI. What we'll be studying now is Power BI Desktop plus Power BI Service. Power BI Desktop and Power BI Service are the two things which are mainly used. Desktop is what we have installed in our system and which we work to create the reports. Power BI Service is what we actually publish the reports, where we have the online cloud service where we publish the reports from desktop to Power BI online, that is service. Apart from that, there are more other components, that is mobile BI, this Power BI mobile apps, then gateways, which will help us in connecting the external data and help us in refreshing the data automatically. So we have Power BI embedded and report server, where we can publish the server internally. So I'm not actually going in depth with these things. I'm just giving you a brief understanding about what all components are there. Then we have this Power BI Premium, which will help the organization to have more people, having the license, which you don't have to go and purchase individual license. And we have this Power BI Visual Marketplace. This is main thing where many of your customized say visualizations will be there. Along with that, more scripting visualizations and so many other things will be there. It is something like we have this Play Store in Android, this thing. So here we have this marketplace where I have a lot of things which I can download and start implementing in the Power BI. So I'll show this as well. All right, so installation, quickly we'll see how we can install the softwares so that you guys can install in your system. Power BI is an open source software. Anyone can install and start working on it. To install that, just go to Google and type Power BI download. You'll come to this website. So I've just given a link also. If you think that you want to go directly from this slide, you can go. Otherwise, go to Google, just type Power BI download. You will get the links. I'll just click here. It will take me to that website. So you can see that coming to this website here. So this says download Power BI tools and apps. Here I have this advanced download option. So click on this. So once I come here, I'll get this download. Click on this download. So here I have two versions. One is 64-bit and 32-bit. If you're confused which version to install, go to your system. Here we have this PC. Right click and say properties. Here we'll get the properties of the operating system. What I have here, you can see that I have this 64-bit. So if you think that your system is 64-bit, please install 64-bit. Otherwise, if you think that you have 32-bit, go and download this one. So you can download both, but you can install only one version. So you just download. It is just some 350 MB and it will get downloaded. And keep in mind, every month you will get a notification of updating. So don't worry. So you can again go update it for free. It is completely free. You can download and then you can start installing it. And unlike Tableau, people who are working in Tableau, they would have noticed that when I update, you'll have different versions. But in Power BI, it's not like that. If you update, the existing software, the installed software will be updated. So it is very easy. You can download it after the session. You can go and download and start installing. I'll be giving you some. I've already shared the data in the Telegram group. You can download that and start working on it. All right. Power BI architecture. This is very important to understand. We discussed about the business intelligence. The same thing here, we have this Power BI architecture. I've seen many architectures where they have in-depth of architecture which they explain, and a lot of confusion will be there. So I try to make it more simple for people, who are just starting. After you become expert, then go with that deep dive of architecture. But people who are just beginners, just go through this architecture. This is very simple. I'm explaining you, very simple for the beginners. So if you see, first thing is the business intelligence rule is to take the data source. That is, we'll be taking all these data source. The data can be from any of the data source, and then it'll come to the Power BI desktop. Then we are giving it to the we are just sharing it to the Power BI service, and then it will be published to the end user. So it is very simple. Data source, we are taking data from so many different sources. Data source means it's like Excel, SQL Server, MS Access, MySQL, and that will be taken to Power BI desktop, and then to Power BI service, where this will be online. From here I can share it to the end user. So here we have a lot of other process technically, but as of now you don't have to understand that, because if you start going in depth of it, you'll get totally confused. So this is the main architecture what you have in Power BI. So understand this. After you become expert in learning this desktop, then go deep dive. I'll tell you, it will become very easy for you to understand. All right, now what we'll do is we'll go to our Power BI, and then we'll start working some practicals. All right, so here I have given some detailed contents here. You can go through that in the next slide. But what I'll do is, instead of going through all these slides again and again, I'll open my Power BI, and then I'll show you some contents how we can actually connect the data. So here, after installation, you will get something like this, say Power BI desktop. Here you can see that Power BI desktop here. Just click on that. The Power BI application will get opened. So meanwhile, what we'll do is we'll just go through these slides, whatever is there, and then we can come back. It'll take at least some 30 seconds to open. So meanwhile, we'll just check this. So connecting data source, you can connect data source with the various different data sources where we have the raw data, and the Power BI desktop allows to connect with different data sources, collect the data, and we can connect, we can create relationship within the desktop itself, that is in Power BI. So let's see if it is opened. Okay, right. So this is the Power BI desktop. Once you install and if you open, so this is what we'll get, Power BI desktop. And guys, just try to relate this with MS Office application, so that it will become easy for you to understand this. So this is the welcome screen. We have a lot of things here where we have similar things in MS Office application. Let me just close this. This will be the window. And people, this window is very simple to understand. What is that? Power BI window. Here we'll have the ribbon like what we have in MS Office. Then we have the tabs. Depending on the task, the tabs will be divided. So if you relate this with MS Office, same thing is available. But coming to this work area, then here slight difference will be there. What are those? Here you can see that 3 buttons. This is the main thing in Power BI. So what is that? First one is the report. This will help in creating the dashboards reports here. This is called as canvas, this part. This is data. So when I import some data, I'll get the data preview here, where I can see the data here. That is, whatever imported data will be available here. Then we have this model, that is connection, relationship, that is from various tables. If we connect, then we'll connect it here. Let's go back to the report. Here I'll have 3 pans by default. This is filters, where we can filter the data. Visualizations, where we have all the visualizations here, where we can create the dashboards, reportings. And here we have these fields, where I'll get all the fields, the data what we actually import. So those fields will be available here. So quickly what we'll do is we'll try to import the data which is available here. So go to table, and here entire thing has been shared. So whatever you see here, the entire thing has been shared here. Okay, so here just take, all right. So you have one Excel sheet here with various different tables. We'll try to import this to the Power BI. So this Power BI has got something called as get data. Click on this get data, and here I have this Excel. Apart from that, there are so many other data sources as well, which you can connect and you can get the data. I cannot teach everything here. So I have given the data set here. Let me click on this Excel and I will connect this Excel. Just you have to connect it. This process is same for all the other data source as well. I'll say open. When I say open, it will get connected. You can see that it is getting connected. All right. Once it is connecting, it will give me one window here, which will list down all the tables in that file what we're trying to import. You can see that there are so many different tables. Let me select whichever table I need. It is very simple to import, like just copying and pasting data. So I'm just trying to connect. Let's not take all the tables. I'll just take few tables. I took 1, 2, 3, 4 tables from the Excel sheet what we're trying to import. Here we get the preview. So why this preview is available, I'll tell you. Click on any of the tables. You can see that there is a data. Now let me click on this data table. You can see that the heading is available here properly and we have the data here. But just think, if you go to this customer table, it says column 1, column 2, but here it says customer ID and customer name. That means this customer ID and customer name is the heading which is coming in the data section. So this is the header and this is the data, the one what you see, the gray. But how to move this on top, or what is the problem here? I'll tell you. I'll not edit this as of now. I'll tell you how to edit this as well. I'm just telling you that you can see the preview in the beginning only so that you can edit it. You can see that here also we have some problem. So what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll load. There is something called as transform data. We'll see that later. I'll just say load. When I say load, the data from Excel will be imported to Power BI. And again, here when I say import, it is not that the data is copying to this Power BI desktop. It is creating a connection and then it is getting the data. Now, few process will happen. You can see that there are some process happening. So it is creating the connections. It will create some relationship. It is taking a lot of things. So a lot of things will happen here and it will create a data model where we can start creating the reports. You can see that it will take few seconds. So we need to have patience. So once it is done, all right, you can see that I selected, I think we unselected one table, so we can still import that. You can see that I have got these 3 tables here. Let's go to this data now. And if you click on this table, you can see it says column 1, column 2, and here this data. You can see that I have the proper heading here, and location, we have the proper data here. Let's go to this relationship, that is data modeling. You can see the data, location and the data table are connected each other. So how they are connected, that is different, but they are connected. But this customer table is not connected properly because the heading is not proper. Here we have some AI concepts involved where it will go and search for the details and then it will connect automatically. But what if I've not cleaned this data properly? So can I do it? Okay, so this connection, so I'll just brief you again with this connection. So if you go to this more, say get data more, I just showed only Excel. So for your sake, what I've done is I've kept more other data sets also here. If you want, you can just go and select those types here. So here we have different types, that is different data sources you can connect, and then you can start using that. So all the database I've shared. So if you click on this access database, say connect, you can connect to that access database and get the data. It's the same process. Slight changes will be there. You can easily, it's like a self-explanatory, you can work on that. Since we don't have time, I'm not able to explain you here, but I have some videos with the detailed explanation which I'll be sharing it in the Telegram. You can just go through that as well. So whatever I'm teaching you here, I'll be giving you a complete detailed explanation about all the topics. There is a complete video, end-to-end video, that also I'll be sending. I know, I'm very sorry because we don't have much time, so I have to cover all the topics. I'll be just rushing through, but detailed explanation of all the topics will be shared in the Telegram. You can just get the link from there. All right, so these are all the different data sets what we have. So what we'll do is we'll go here. Now we'll see how we can edit this. Now if you want to edit this, there is something called as Power Query Editor. So we have this connect data source here. If you click, I have given a link where you have a detailed explanation of all the data sources, how to connect. So I've given that link also. This will direct you to the Microsoft Power BI website where they have a detailed explanation about how we can connect various data sources. Power Query Editor. This Power Query Editor is actually used to edit the data that I'll be showing you now. We got that say problem, column 1, column 2, which was not a proper columns, that I'll tell you. But what is this Power Query Editor? We'll just understand. Power Query is a data transformation and data preparation engine. Means it is actually a tool or a feature in Power BI as well as in Excel also. Now in 2013 and above version, we have this Power Query Editor. You can actually make use of this Power Query Editor in Excel as well. But this Power Query Editor is available in Power BI to transform the data and prepare the data as well. All right. So instead of going through all these things, I'll show you practically how this Power Query Editor will help us in modifying the data. So if you go to this, here we have the problem, that is column 1 and column 2. We need to modify this. We could have modified in the beginning only, just to show you how this Power Query Editor will work. I just took this data here and showed what all the problems you'll face if the data is not cleaned. Come to this transform data. The first step is always the connecting of the data, what we just did. Transform data. I will go here. I'll click on this transform data. When I click on this transform data, it will take me to Power Query Editor. You can see that Power Query Editor. So what it will do is the data what we have imported will be available. Now let's click on this customer. Here I have this column 1, column 2. I want this customer ID, that is the heading, to be on the heading section, not in the data section. Lot many things are there in this Power Query Editor. Lot of options you can do, lot of cleaning activities you can do here. But quickly, if you want to convert this data, whatever is there in the first row, to header, in this home tab, use first row as header. Just click on this. You can see that. I went 2 times. So you can see that. Just click once, it will get into the header section. Whatever actions I'm doing, whatever changes I'm doing here, everything will be recorded here. That is called as the queries. This is Power Query Editor where all the queries will be available here. For example, if you want to convert this into uppercase, select this, go to transform. Here we have this format and say upper. Automatically it will get converted to uppercase. You can see that the changes will be available here. Control Z will not work. All the settings will be available here. You want to change this to first name, last name. Here we have this split by delimiter. Anything you want to modify, everything can be done here. Say okay, see, it'll get split. And I can name this first name, last name. Any modifications done in Power Query Editor will reflect in Power BI desktop. How? Let's go to this home, close and apply. Just say close and apply. Now I'm closing this Power Query Editor. Now you just observe what all modifications will happen once I edit the data there. Now again it is getting updated. Now we just see, I'll show you what all things can be modified here. See, the data got the headings here, this customer table. Now let's go to this connections and see what happened. See, this was not connected. Now you can see that automatically this table is getting connected. This is called as the relationship. The relationship is the main thing in any of the BI tools or in the SQL as well, because we are trying to connect data from various data sources and various tables as well. All right. So we saw these fields, how they are available. And then here we have this visualization. If you think that you want to create, so I'll be going in depth of these visualizations in the next, that is day 2 sessions. But to show you quickly, I'll show you a complete dashboard in the next session, that is in day 2, complete dashboard from scratch. I'll create and I'll show you how to do. So if you say this, I want to create one report, just a simple report. I'll say, see, I'll just click on this. I'll not do anything. Click on this region. It will go here. Then I'll take sales from data table. Just click on this. You can see I'll get a visualization. Don't worry, I'm not teaching you anything now. I'm just showing you, that's all. See, the concept of BI is exactly the concept of what we use pivot table in Excel. In Excel, we just drag and drop the fields into this pivot table. Same thing, we have all the fields available here. Just drag and drop. We'll get the reports. And the advantage of the BI tools are, see, I have this column chart. I want to change this to bar chart. Click on this. Automatically, that will get converted. Pie chart, click on this, it will get converted to pie chart. Another advantage is the filters. Let's say I will take one more report here. Let's take this column chart, and here I will take state, and then I'll take this sales. Just observe, I'll click on one of the region. Just click on this. Just observe this visualization. See, it is getting highlighted here. Let's go to this view, or say format, and I'll change this to filters. So now you just observe, I just click on this, any of the regions, only those states for this selected region will be available here like this. It will get filtered. So like this, there are hundreds, thousands of creative things, or say interactive reports what you can create in BI tools. I'm not just talking about only Power BI, all the business intelligence tools. All right, so we saw just a brief thing about Power Query Editor. Suppose if you think that you want to edit something, anything, I'm telling you, anything, you can go to this Power Query Editor and you can work on this. For this complete data I've given here, there are so many files here which will help you in working on this Power Query Editors. And here you can see that, say if you want to append data or if you want to work on something, you can easily go here and take this data. This data I have used for many of my trainings. It can be a corporate trainings or for individual trainings or any of the trainings. So this is the data what I've used. The complete data is available in this folder. You can work on this. Let me show you one more interesting thing in Power BI. Also, people who are working in Excel. Let's go to this get data and I'll click on this folder. So the task what I'm trying to do is, I have a folder here with many different files, but all of these files have got same structure data. Same structure in the sense, the columns, the data type, everything is same. Say here we have some 8 to 10 columns. So all of these files are of same data structure. Data can be different. Don't get confused with data structure and the data. So data can be different, but data structure should be same. In that case, if you want to append all those data, all the files into one single table, I'll click on this folder, say connect. It'll ask for the path. This can be done in Excel also. I will paste that folder, say browse, or I'll say okay. If you want to browse it, you can just go here and select the path, or I've already given the path. I'll say okay. Once I say okay, it will ask for all the files which is there. It will list down all the files here. You can see that I have all the files here. Now I want the data inside these files, not the file names or the details of the file. Here I can say combine and load. If I say transform, it will take me to the Power Query editor. I don't want to transform. I'll say combine and load. Just load it. Now all the files will combine and append the data one below the other. It will take again some time because it has to process all the files. Here you can see I'll get one file, that is first file. Select this, it will give me the sample data. I can see that this is the sample data. So what happened to other files? Don't worry, this is just a sample. One file it will give, understanding that all the other files have the same data structure. That's what I was mentioning you. Just say okay. If I say okay, all the files will get appended one below the other, and I'll show you how it actually happens. If you go here, the entire data will get appended and I'll get the data here. All right, now we have got this raw data. The table name itself is raw data. We can rename this later. Click on this data. Now I'll click on this raw data, what got appended. You can see that all the files, the data which are there in different files have been appended here. You can see that there are 88 rows. Now you'll be thinking, what if it's a weekly report? The next week I'm getting some more files like this. I want to append this. You don't have to bother. I've kept one more data here, say new data. Assume that I want to just copy this and I'll put it just in that folder. That's all you have to do. That's it. How will that actually get appended then? Go here. You don't have to do anything. Just here we have this refresh. Click on this refresh. Again, I'm telling you, same thing can be done in Excel as well. So now you don't need to have automations. That is, you don't need to write any macros for automating the data. You can just use this process what I mentioned. It is available in Excel as well. All right, now let's see. Here I have this. Previously it was 88 records. Now you can see I have some 176 records. Cleaning we can do later, but I'm just showing you how we can append. Later on we can clean this. Suppose if you think that you want to clean this, you can see that it says column 1, column 2, column 3. I want to clean this. Let's go to Power Query editor, transform data. Here we'll get that data, select that table, select the table, and here I have this column 1, column 2. Usually when the header is not proper, we get this column 1, column 2. Just go to this use first row as headers. Done, over. You can see that I get the headers. But here there is one more thing what you have to correct, that is every file has got headers that has been copied here, means it has been appended here. I want to remove this. Just go to one of the columns, remove the heading, say okay, the data is clean. That's all. It's so simple actually. Now I'll close this and say apply. If you come back to this raw data and if you see, now let's go to this data and you can see that raw data, I'm getting the headings here and there is no heading from other tables as well. So this is how we can use this Power Query editor. And again, the Power Query editor, the detailed explanation of this Power Query editor is there in this link. You can just click on this. You can study that. Also, I have some videos which I have done. Some videos are there. You can just go through that as well. And the data to learn. Okay. So what I've done is I made it very simple. There is a folder called as Power Query editor. Just go to that folder. For all the topics, whatever is there, okay, detailed things, you can just use these data and you can work on this. This is the data what I use for the trainings. Okay, fine. Next is the DAX functions. Coming to this DAX functions, I get calls from many clients, many peoples, many students, they actually say DAX is difficult. The D, what you see, people have made it as difficult. But I'll tell you guys, DAX is very simple functions, means it's a simple process. The reason why people actually feel DAX is difficult is they don't know what actually it is. There are a few names which makes people think that it is difficult. But I'll tell you people, DAX functions is very, very simple. Only thing is you have to understand the concept, that's all. So what is this DAX? First, we'll understand that. DAX means data analysis expressions. This data analysis expressions, or say, the DAX, many trainers or many institutes make people feel that it is very complex, so that we are teaching them, in a very different way, or you have to learn something. It's nothing like that. I'll tell you, data analysis expressions. It is little confusing topic, but not complex topics. Let's understand what is this DAX. Data analysis expressions. Expression is nothing but the calculation or equation. This we are already doing in Excel. If you are already working in Excel, we have this formula, say equals sum of the range. Exactly same thing we are doing here in DAX as well. But here the only difference is we don't have the cells where we say equals sum of A1 to A10. We're not be able to select the range like that. Expression is nothing but equation, or say calculation, what you're doing, the formula. In a simple word, we can say that expressions are nothing but formulas. Okay, there are so many formulas. For that also, I given the link here where you can just click on this. I'll just show you that also. So here, if you go, I have this DAX complete list. I have, it's there in the Power BI website itself. But you might need some guidance. But if you think that you are intelligent, or say you are able to do, see all the functions, okay, in depth of functions that are given here, so you can go through that as well. This is from Microsoft itself. But there are a few things which you might get confused, but here you can see all the functions are available, very simple. I will show you some examples also for you guys and make you guys feel that DAX is easy, right? Where do we write these DAX functions? That is the main thing. Now let's go to this data. So always make sure that when you're writing expressions, be in this data. The thing is, this looks like Excel file, but no address. Say we don't have column headers or row headers, then how will I write the formula? Don't think like that. See, for this is something different. I told you this is called as expressions, where we can write expressions, nothing but again formulas. Let's go to this table tools. Here we have one tab, table tools. Here we have this three different kind of functions what we can write in DAX. Three different types. What is that? Column, table, measure. I'll show you all these three. Column means you'll get a new column here with the calculations, whatever we do. Measure means when I drag and drop in the reports, I'll get the results. Table means I'm creating a new table. So what I'll do is I'll show one example from all these three so that you will understand how to do that, and you can work on these things. I have one notepad as well. I'll just show you that also. So if you guys think that you want that, I'll share that as well with you guys. Let me just quickly show that as well. So you can see that I've made a list of see all the functions with the same data what I've shared. You can just go through this, see all the functions, almost some 100 functions which have made it very simple, and this has been appreciated by many people globally. Most of the CEOs also have collected this data as well for working, because it's very easy. I made it very easy as well. All right, let me just quickly show you how to create this column. So I told you the function, or say expression for column. Click on this new column. When I click on this new column, a new column will be created here. Now we can write function exactly like what we write in Excel. We get this formula bar. We have seen this in Excel. Let me just delete this. I'll say we'll write one function for converting the data into uppercase. Let's say I have this brand. I'll convert this into uppercase. say upper. Just observe upper. It's a function. I will give the column name. I cannot give the range here. Say brand. You can see that I'll get the table with the column name or the field name. Just use tab, close bracket, say enter. You can see that I'm getting the uppercase of it. See, I'll get something like this. Let's go here. I'll say new column. I can still use many functions what we use in Excel. Let's go here and say function len. I want to find the len of this product column. That is the number of characters. Say len product. Close bracket. Say enter. I'll get the total number of characters in each cell here. That is like this. This is for column. This is how DAX functions works. If you know the function, I'll tell you DAX is very easy. But I'm telling you a little confusing, that's all, but it is easy. Measure, what is the use of measure? Now measure means when I create a measure, a column is created, but it will not be available in the table. Just see I have this measure, but that will not be available in the table. Let's say I want to get the total sales equals sum of, let's say sales, which is from data table. So here, can you see that I don't have the column that is total sales? But if you see here, I am getting this here in this place. I can see that there is a measure. Let's go to this canvas. I'll take one table, just one table, and then I'll take, let's say I'll take this region, and if I take this total sales, you can see that I'm getting this total sales here. That is, when I drag and drop, the calculation will happen. That is measure. The icon will be something like a calculator. But if you see this column functions, there'll be something like this where it says some sigma mark or something like this, fx. You'll see that fx here. That is, you can see the column here. But we have something called as table function, which will help us in creating a new table itself from the existing table. There are different functions that also I've listed down in that notepad. So here we have this table. Let's say new table, top n. I'm just using one simple this thing. I want top 10 data from data table, comma, it lasts for order by expression. I'll say order by sales. Just the field names you have to give, comma, it lasts ascending or descending order. It is exactly like what we do functions in Excel. I just take this. A new table is created. You can see that there is a new table with top 10, that is 10 records. So we can use this as other table for creating the reports here. So this is how you can actually use this Power BI. See, this is Power BI. This is all. For this, we have a lot of things which you have to practice. That's all. If you know these steps, that is how to install, then understand how to get the data, then understand about the Power Query editor, how to edit the data and write some DAX functions, then seriously you're there to work on Power BI reports. So I'll just show you one report quickly. I'll just show you. So this is what we'll be doing the next session. So it will take some time to open. Let it open. Meanwhile, I'll just give you some more information. So I was talking about this DAX function. So DAX functions is this much only. So we have three different types, that is column, measure, and table. If you just try to understand this, DAX functions is also very easy, but there are few complexities, not very too much. there'll be some confusion. So if you start working on it from basics, it will become more easy. Right. So this is what I have for today. So before closing, I'll just show you the reports what we'll be learning for tomorrow's session. I'll just try to open this. Let's see. So this is what we'll be doing from scratch. I'll be teaching you how to create a dashboard like this. It will take some time. So let it open. So until that opens, so I'll just take few minutes. So thanks all of you. Let this file open. So I'll just take few minutes only. Thanks all of you for attending this session. So day one. So we have lot many things to learn in our second session as well. So I'm trying to give most of the information which I can do in 2 hours. And this is completely not for any commercial purpose we are doing this. This is for our 9th year anniversary what we have done. If this is really good and if you guys encourage us and if this is really good, then we are actually planning to have more sessions like this without any cost. Okay. But yes, the encouragement is always required. If you guys think that you like this session, so please give some comments. And also we would like you guys to encourage us by subscribing to our channel as well, which we are giving a lot of videos, interesting videos. You can watch that videos and then only you can subscribe. We are not telling that you have to subscribe but just like that. Watch the videos, and if you think that there are good things, and please uh, you know uh, subscribe, and also please share, so that it will be a good encouragement for us to make more videos like this. And we are trying to help most of the people with some good things without any cost also. But yes, even we are running a business, but it's not that we always think about business. Things like this we have already done previously, but in a very small circle. But yes, now we are trying to go with a very bigger circle, so a lot of encouragement is required. Okay, yeah, it's open now. What you see here, this is the kind of dashboard what I'll be teaching you guys. I'll tell you, I have seen many webinars or people who actually posted in YouTube. Even I have seen they are charging say 499 rupees or 599 rupees. I'm not blaming them, that is their wish to just learn this one. They say that it's very complex or anything. Guys, I'll tell you, this can be done in just 45 minutes, complete dashboard. Okay, or it might extend up to 1.5 hours or something. But I'll give you some introduction how we can actually do some modern visualization like this. It is very simple, guys. I'm telling you, very simple, really very simple. I will tell you how to do these kind of dashboards. You would have seen many simple dashboards like this, say, without any formatting or something like this, with a plain background. I'll tell you guys how to create this from scratch. We'll be doing this tomorrow. But I'm very sorry that I'm not able to go in depth of every topics. Given the time, I'm trying to cover whatever is possible. And I have made a detailed presentation. You can just go through that and learn. And if you think that you want to come back to us, please come back to us. And again, if you guys want the certificates, as I mentioned, please send us your details private. Okay, do not share your details in public, because we don't want anything problem to happen to you guys. That is our intention, and it's left to you. If you want to share, it's left to you. But from our side, we're actually just giving one note, right? Okay, so for day two materials, again I'm posting it. I'll be posting it in the Telegram channel. You can download that and you can use it. The entire dashboard, whatever is there, this also is available in that things. Okay, all right, so I'll just stop the recording and then I'll take few minutes for discussions.